Hello, you are listening to Sacred Rebel Radio with YolandaShoshana, and I'm your host, YolandaShoshana, but you can't call me Shoshi. And how are you? I am coming to you from the beautiful mountains of Vermont at Good Commons, one of my favorite retreat centers. I discovered this retreat center about 2 years ago. I came for a food retreat and fell madly in love with it, and I vowed to myself that I would come to Vermont at least once a year. I don't think I made it to Vermont last year, but clearly I've hit the 1 year, my coming once a year, I hit that, and it's because of an opportunity. A friend of mine could not come, unfortunately, and she allowed me to come in her spot, which I'm so grateful for. That is such a blessing. And it's been great. It's been real. I've gotten a lot of work done, and I've been eating a lot and drinking a lot. I've been writing a one-woman show, and I've slowly been telling people about this. I sat down to work on my cookbooks, which I plan to have out in June still, and a one-woman show started coming out of me. It is not necessarily a new show, but it is a new show. Years ago, I worked on a show called Triple Minority about being a Black Jewish woman. And it was the show that I think people would have wanted me to write. You know, as I say, giving a peek into the life of a Jew of color and, you know, telling my story and journey and all that stuff. And I did it a few times and just something wasn't right. But now this version of Triple Minority is the show that I should have been writing. And it is about my experiences in the Jewish community. And it's about the fact that while I am brown, I'm just a Jew. But I will touch on racism and all that good stuff. So it's going to be a series of monologues. I'm also going to publish the monologues. So, because at one point I thought, well, maybe I'll just publish the monologues. I don't have to get back on stage. But I kind of feel like I need to. So it's going to be a combo of both. So I will let you know when it is completed. I'm not sure when I'll know when it's completed, because it's one of those things that could actually go on and on and on, because I have experience as a Jew of color every day of my life. But I will start performing at least select pieces of it really soon and try and get out on stage, which is a little weird for me. I haven't been on stage in years, so we'll see what happens. However, my books I still plan on having out in June. I'm getting back to work on the Courtesan Chronicles like this week. And my cookbooks will be done as well. I want to release all that at the same time. I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to do it somehow. A lot of sleepless nights. So that's what I've been up to. It's been a very interesting spiritual experience going through all of that. It's remembering things that I've gone through and things I haven't thought about in years. And I recommend that to you if there's, you know, a way for you to look back, whether you look at an old journal or just think about where you were to where you are now. It can be very beautiful. It could also be heart-wrenching as well if you were more spiritual and you feel like, oh, well, maybe I'm lost. How do I get back there? Either way, it is a learning experience about yourself. When you start like looking backward and then seeing where you are now, it can be a beautiful, beautiful, enlightening thing. I feel very enlightened in lots of ways. So I think that's why too, I'm able to write the show, that I should have been writing, cause I'm in a different place with it. I think, it's not that I was worried about what people would say, but I'm not as attached to a particular community like I was before. And I worked in the Jewish community, which also was probably a little tougher at the time. And now I don't. And now I can say what I want to, and I don't have to worry about getting fired or anything. So that's me. What else this week I interviewed the amazing Kreskin. And he is a wild mentalist. I've mentioned him before on another show. I gave away tickets, actually. He is a world famous mentalist. He's 80 years old. He's wild. He was interesting to talk to, but I interviewed him about his dating site. He has a dating site called Supernatural Dating. It's actually a longer thing. The URL is longer. It's like Amazing Kreskin's Supernatural Dating Society.com or something like that. But I think if you even type in supernatural dating, it should pop up for you. But if you are a clairvoyant, a tarot reader, a ghost hunter, a vampire, or a wolf, or I don't know, whatever, this might be a dating site you want to check out. It's for people who are into having different experiences, people who are into supernatural things. So the love of your life could be on this dating site. I have not signed up for it, so I do not really know what it looks like on the inside, but I tell you this, like on the outside page, there's some attractive people. Like, they look like regular people. I mean, like, we're regular people. Just because I'm a clairvoyant doesn't mean I'm not just like everybody else. I'm a little woo-woo and weird sometimes because, you know, I see dead people and I talk to dead things. But other than that, we're just like everybody else. A supernatural folk. But I highly recommend you check it out. I think you can get 6 months free, if I'm not mistaken, from what I remember on the site. But I will, I'll be writing up something about the site. I'll sign up and really do a full checkout of it to give you more details. But in the meantime, feel free to just go on it and check it out. It's interesting. He's interesting. He's wild, I tell you. I asked him if he was married, and he said no, because of the fact that he's home like 4 days out of a year. He's like on the road. He travels around the world reading people's thoughts and everything. So, interesting man. So today, I want to get back to teaching on the chakras. I covered the first chakra in the last show. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite chakras, the second chakra, also known as the sacral chakra. This chakra is below your belly button. And this is where, you know, your passion comes from, your sex energy, woohoo, pleasure, and it's located, you know, by your pelvic area. So that kind of makes sense. And this is about your enjoyment in the world. And ladies, you know, we really are in tune, a lot of us, with our second chakra because, you know, when you say your gut instinct, a lot of that comes out of your second chakra. And, you know, your sexual energy, your goddess energy, it's coming right from that source, that second energy. So this is where you experience your sensations and your feelings. And also your intimacy. So, I mean, if you want to, you can put your hand there so you can really, you know, get in touch with that. That's an area to pay a lot of attention to, especially, you know, the heart chakra is great for love, but I do think that this chakra is really good for love as well because, once again, it's your pleasure and it's your passion. And when you feel out of tune, a lot of times it's this chakra that's really giving you the trouble. I find when I do readings on women, this chakra gives women the most trouble because if you're not paying attention to your pleasure or having any pleasure, it kind of gets out of whack. And you're not feeling as creative and you're not feeling as sexy. And that affects your love life. So, let's see what else I want to say about this. So, this is, like I said, where your creativity comes from. So, I always find it interesting when people say that sex isn't important. Because sex is very important. Because this energy comes from the same source. So your sexual energy informs your creative energy. Your creative energy informs your sexual energy. It's like a give and a take. It's like the yin and the yang of it. It goes together and it flows together. So if you are a creative person and you're feeling stuck, go have some hot sex. Whether you have to have it with yourself. If you are, you know, very sexual and you don't have a partner right now, maybe you can go create something. Go paint, take a sculpture class, go, you know, take a cooking class, whatever it is to help you feel creative. But this is where it really, you get your passion and your creativity and your sex energy. And this is how, you know, you stay connected to all of those things. Some oils that are really good for this. For women, geranium. I love geranium. It's such a beautiful, beautiful oil, and it has it's a type of rose, And it's less expensive than rose oil. I do recommend rose oil, but a good rose oil, and I mean essential oil, not a fake one, will cost you about $80 to $100 for just a teeny bit. But you can get some geranium that's very affordable, and you can burn it. You can put it on your body, mix it with an oil, a carrier oil, and put it on your body, or you can just sniff it. And that'll really get in tune with your second chakra. And it will really ground that second chakra and give you like wonderful, like sexy energy to go with it. You can also use vetiver. I love vetiver. Some people don't like vetiver. It's a really deep, sensual oil. And I use it when I want to create the smell of leather, because the smell of leather is a fragrance, and it has kind of a leathery, woodsy kind of smell to it, and it's really, really deep, but that is also good for your second chakra. I also recommend, like, if you, during your time of month, back to the geranium, during your time of month, because a lot of times we feel a lot of things in the second chakra, you can mix geranium oil with a carrier oil and put it on your second chakra area, and I promise you your cramps will go away. I make this wonderful goddess mist. You can get my goddess mist if you want it, but this goddess mist that I use whenever I have a cramp, and I just spray it on, and automatically stuff goes away, and I feel lighter and I feel better. So just make sure you're paying attention to this second chakra at all times, while your root chakra is the one that makes you feel grounded, and your family, surroundings, and money. This is the one where your pleasure comes from. And make sure you're feeding it, and make sure you're releasing things that shouldn't be there. Like if you are frustrated, having bad sex, because some people do, or not having good sex, talk to your partner. Or if you are the only one giving yourself the sex, talk to yourself. There's no reason why you should be doing yourself wrong, right? But it doesn't always have to be about the sex. Once again, it can be about your creativity or creativity. Go feed that as well. Feed both of them, because they are just as important, the both of them. Sex is important. Creativity is important. Listen to some music to get you in the flow. Whatever you have to do to feed your creativity, because, it is different for everybody. Make sure that you're paying attention to it. I want to give you a few affirmations that you can use for this chakra, which I think will also help you in giving some love to it. So you can repeat these to yourself out loud, or you can do this mentally as you put intent into your chakra to just give a little magic to it. So I'm going to go through a few of them, and I'll say them a couple of times so that you can really hear it and you can really feel it. I love and enjoy my body. I love and enjoy my body. I am open to experiencing the present moment through my senses. Don't you love that? I am open to experiencing the present moment through my senses. I am passionate. I am passionate. Emotions are the language of my soul. Emotions are the language of my soul. My sexuality is sacred. My sexuality is sacred. I am open to touch and closeness. I am open to touch and closeness. And the last one. I value and respect my body. I value and respect my body. So you can use any of those or all of those to help you get in touch with this second chakra, your sacral chakra, just as a way of really grounding yourself. And I recommend you do it every day if this is something that's new to you, because it's easy to get out of touch with our chakras. It really is, especially this one, and it's really key, especially for women. I find that really a lot of our energy is really in this chakra. I mean, we use all of them, but this one is really, the woman's instinct. It really comes from here. So I hope that helps you with your chakra. We're going to be hitting chakra number 3 next time. So we're going to keep moving on up the body, as I like to say. So I have some questions that you all have sent in. Keep sending them. I do adore them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The first one is from Lucy, and she lives in Montreal. You know that's my city. I love Montreal. I need to take my trip there. Actually, I think I'm going to Quebec City next. But anyway, Lucy, she asks, how do I get more spiritually aware? That's a great question, Lucy. I recommend to you, because I looked at your energy, grounding is really key for you, because it looks like your energy is a bit all over the place, which normally is why we feel unaware spiritually. Since it looks like you're all over the place, I recommend just slowing down a bit. Take a day, give yourself a day to be slow. Do things slower. Stay off the phone, watch less television, and do less running around. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to be everything to everybody. Take a day for you, some me time, whether you go to a spa, do a home spa. Home spas are even better sometimes, because then you are there by yourself, whether you paint your toenails, have a glass of champagne, give yourself a facial, do a home spa day. Be selfish for the day and slow down. That will bring you back in. After you do that, though, I do recommend maybe a little bit of meditation. Put on a little Deepak Chopra. Find something from Hay House. I mean, there's lots of gurus out there today. Marianne Williamson. Find something to listen to. Or what I love to do, actually, I love going on Pandora, and they have these stations where they're just playing like nature music or spiritual things. I recommend finding a station that you like. Even that Josh Groban, Lord have mercy, he makes me cry. Go on his station. My gosh, Waterworks. I find listening to him really refreshes my soul. I also love listening to classical music. I recommend classical music because it has a way of cleaning out the mind, because it's all instrumental and you're not really listening to vocals. But there's something about classical music that is very peaceful and brings in the aura. So I recommend those things. And then I recommend journaling and recommending you just write down your thoughts and feelings. Whether you do it first thing in the morning. Actually, I say night for you looks better. You look like you like to process things. So the night, that way you can process your day and how things happen, and you can let things go. A lot of times we take things to bed with us. You need to let things go before you go to bed. And that will help you be more spiritually aware, because spiritual awareness comes a lot when we're sleeping. Because that's when, we astro travel, things come to us. Letting things go so that you can really feel all of that energy and bring all that in would be good for you. I hope that helps, Lucy. Next, I have Denise from Philadelphia, Philly. Denise says, I think I'm starting to see angels. Why is this happening? Oh, angels are such awesome things to see. Why it's happening? There could be many reasons. I would say spiritual awareness. Something has shifted. Think about it. Did something tragic happen? Did something wonderful happen? Spiritual awareness and awakening is happening in you. Maybe you started taking yoga or something. Something has created a shift to allow you to be more aware of it, because they were always there. It's not like angels just decided to show up, because they were hanging out before. But now you're paying attention and you are seeing them. So something has shifted your awareness. So it doesn't sound like you're scared of that, which is wonderful, because some people get a little nervous when they see angels or other things. Since you are seeing them, start talking to them. Have conversation. Ask them how they're going to communicate with you. Ask them questions. They are there to support you and help you throughout the day, the week, the month, whatever. So have conversation with them and see what they say. And congratulations to you. Angels are wonderful. Better angels than something else, right? But yeah, they're really awesome sauce. So the next question comes from Gloria in San Francisco. She's got a love question. So Gloria says that I've recently met someone, but I'm scared to get deeply involved because she's been hurt before and she doesn't know what to do. Now, girl, we've all been hurt before. But if you don't leap, if you don't take a chance, you don't know where it could go. I get that you're scared. But, you know, the important thing to remember is he is not the one that hurt you. The one that hurt you came along and taught you some lessons that were painful, some lessons that you needed to learn. And I will say that you've learned them. You know what you do want in someone. So since you do, it's time to allow that person into your life. This person could be that person. If you don't take the chance, you're never going to know. Looks like he's a nice guy. I looked at the energy. Looks like he's got pretty good energy, and he's worth you know, given the chance. You know, I wouldn't necessarily have a conversation about how you're so scared just yet, because it looks like this is really new. You don't want to scare him off either, because sometimes, you know, we reveal too many things at the beginning, and that's just frightening and scary, because you'll want him to say, I won't ever hurt you, and I promise you, but he's not in a situation to do that. So just chill, have fun, and also, you know, don't expect anything just yet. This is a new relationship. You might find that you don't like him. So go with the flow of it. Don't force it and see where it goes. Not everybody is going to be the one. So it's also time for you to just get back out there and enjoy. And allowing love in allows the person who's going to love you to find you, which is also key. You know, fear is so interesting when it comes to love. I get it. And, you know, we all have to protect ourselves in our own way. But when we're so scared, the one who's going to love us doesn't have the opportunity to come along and do their thing. So just go with it and have fun. And let me know how it goes, because I'm curious. I hope that helps you. Alrighty, so those are my questions for the day. Feel free to send in your questions to shoshi@YolandaShoshana.com. I'm doing my best to get to everybody. It's a little hard. I keep getting a lot of questions, and I thank you. Also, the show, you can now find this show in a few places besides on Spreaker. You can now find it on Stitcher, one of my favorite platforms, and you can find it on TuneIn, and you can find it on iTunes, and you can find it on YouTube. So you can listen to this show on the go wherever you are. No excuses. And all that good stuff. So that's the update on that. What else do I have to tell you? I think that's it from me. I just want to wish you all the happiness in the world, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing week. I will be back on the Instagram with I didn't bring any decks with me, so I'm not able to pull any cards while I'm here, because I normally post stuff on my Instagram. But Monday through Friday, normally I post, you know, little readings. There isn't a reading on my YouTube page this week because, like I said, this was kind of a last minute thing. I would have done it before if I knew I was coming here. I am not set up to do any readings. I don't know why I didn't bring a deck with me. I guess because I wasn't thinking about working per se, even though I technically am doing a lot of work while I'm here. And I've met so many interesting people already. And, you know, it just is so amazing to me that, so I met a young woman who I think I'm going to become really good friends with. And, I mean, we just have a lot in common. And she was saying, oh, you know, I wouldn't mind getting a reading from you this weekend if you're reading. And I'm like, because I kind of wanted to take the weekend off. But, you know, she was going through a little something. And this morning she says, oh my God, all I did was talk to you. And I felt so much better. And it just makes me feel so wonderful to be able to have this gift and use this gift. And I'm so happy that I'm helping anybody who's listening and that you do listen. So I appreciate all of you and going on journeys with me. And I'm like so wide open when I get here that I send you love and I send you light because I know so many people are hurting in the world. And I feel so blessed. But I also have created that. And my message to you is, if you are going through a hard time, don't give up. Never give up. Because the life you want is literally closer than you think. You can create anything that you want. You are co-creating with the universe at all times. Never forget that. It is up to you. You have the power. You have the power to have a beautiful and amazing life. If you don't like what's going on now, shift it, change it, work your ass off to make it happen. You might have to turn your life upside down, but if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. You can have amazing people in your life. I pick and choose. I let go of people so easily. It is the easiest thing in the world for me to do. And also, I downgrade people. They don't necessarily know that they've been downgraded. All it takes, my mother has always said this. People will show you their ass at the very beginning. People will let you know who they are. You have to choose to listen. If you don't want to listen, that's on you, but they'll show you who they are. So pay attention, and if you want better people in your life, get rid of the people that don't belong there, or like me, downgrade them to acquaintance. You don't have to tell them. You just have to notice. You know when someone's throwing you shade and when somebody's not showing the best interest for you. And I've had people who do that, and I go, I make a mental note, and I put them down on the acquaintance list. Your friends, though, the people that rush to help you, the people that stand up for you, the people that are yaysayers, those are the people that you say hell yes to and you hang out with. Like this show I was telling you about, a friend of mine on Twitter, she asked me what I was up to, and I just happened to mention it to her because we were in Hadassah together. We were in a 2-year study program, and I thought, oh, she might find this interesting that I'm writing a show about being Black and Jewish. She tweets back, hey, I want to produce it. I wasn't even telling her because of that. I actually forgot that she produces shows, and it was like, that's what I'm talking about. People that want to help you rise. Those are the people you spend the most time with. Those are the people that you support. Those are the people that you give your energy to, not the people that want to take you down. You are not here to explain yourself, make people love you, and all that other crap. You have other things to do because you are amazing. So I'm getting off my soapbox now, but I got very emotional because, like I said, I get out here and I'm wide open and it's just beautiful. And, I cry very easily, contrary to what people believe. I am a softie. I'm like what I call a mean softie, because I can cry at the drop of a hat at a commercial, but I don't take no bullshit either. So my sacred rebels, have an amazing, amazing week, and don't forget, I am here for you. I can't answer every email like I used to be able to. I'm a little bit busy. I'm busier, but that's all thanks to you all. If you want to schedule a reading with me, you can write me at shoshi@YolandaShoshana.com. You can go on my website and find out which readings I offer. I offer quite a few. I offer a Sacred Rebel reading. I have a couple of new ones, which I'm also excited about. I have a Tantric reading, a new one, and then I have the Aphrodite reading, which is a love reading, if some of you want more about love, and all that good stuff. So I believe that is it. I am now going to go back to doing a little bit of work, and I will see you next week. Once again, we're going to work on that third chakra. If you have any chakra questions, you can also feel free to write me, and I will bring them up on the show, because if you have the question, more than likely someone else is going to have the question, or maybe I didn't answer something, because I'm only giving it to you in little snippets, and all that good stuff. So, all right, till next time, peace, love, and soul. Bye.